Okay. This young man, he's been standing up quite a long time. There you go. Question, Mr. President, my name is Jordan Brown. Can you hear me? President Obama, yes. Question, okay. President Obama, go ahead and give him the mic. I don't want to have him fall over there. Question, okay. I don't have a question, but I do want to know if I can shake your hand. President Obama, well, yes, you'll be able to come up here. If somebody lets you through, I'll definitely give you a handshake. Alright, who I want to make sure you know, there's another young man here, so I'll call on him. Question, I'm 29 years old, and I've never had a job in my life. I went to jail when I was younger. It's like hard to get a job as a felon. Is this any programs that hire people with felonies, like something that because it's sad? It's like 29 years old, I'm 29. President Obama, all right. Jerome. Question, and also I'm a poet and I wrote a poem for you, and I've been dying to put this poem in your hand. President Obama, okay. Give me the poem. First of all, it's never too late. It's never too late. One of these gentlemen. Here, will hand this poem to me. There you go. I won't read it from the stage, but because it's question, I'd appreciate it, later when you get back to the White House. President Obama, but I will definitely think about it. Look, I'm proud of the fact that you're bringing this up because there are people who've made mistakes. Particularly when they're young. And it is in all of our interests to help them redeem themselves and then get on a straight path. Now, I don't blame employers obviously for being nervous about hiring somebody who has a record. It's natural. If they've got a lot of applicants for every single job, that's a question that they'd have in their minds. On the other hand, I think one of the great things about America is we give people second chances. And so what we've tried to do, and I want to say, this has been a bipartisan effort when I was in the Senate. Working with Sam Brownback, my vice president. Joe Biden passing a Second Chance Act that helps to fund programs that help the reintegration of ex-felons. It's smart for us to do. You know, sometimes people say, well, that's just coddling people. No, you reduce the recidivism rate, they pay taxes, it ends up being smart for taxpayers to do. I don't know, Jerome, what particular programs may exist in this county, but I promise you I'll find out. And we'll see if we can get you hooked up with one of them. All right? Okay, right here. Yes. No, no, no. Right here. Yes. Go ahead. Question, Mr. President, I started a Great Lakes truck driving school in 2008 in Lorain County. President Obama, I'm sorry, what kind of school? Question, Great Lakes truck driving school. President Obama, cross driving school? Oh, truck driving school, I'm sorry. Question, Great Lakes truck driving school. Started in 2008. Our first year we trained 287 people and we placed over 70% of those people into jobs. At that time there was enough money, through the Workforce Investment Board, to train those people. In the past few months we've had a number of people on a daily basis coming into our school that's unemployed. But there are no training funds for truck driver training. And I want to know why that has changed. President Obama, well, the Recovery Act put a huge amount of money into retraining. We are now preparing for next year's budget. And I know that we have actually allocated additional money for retraining. I don't know specifically what's happening that would cause those dollars to dry. Up with respect to a truck driving school. Let me see if I can find out. I'll have one of my staff get your card. And maybe we can provide you some information. Question, thank you very much. President Obama, here's the broader point, though. The story of retraining has become so important. when I went to EMC, the precision tool making place. There were a group of guys and one guy who said I should call him Jerry the mechanic. He shakes my hand, and he and his buddy are talking to me. I said, "How long have you been working here?" They said, 20 years. And I'd noticed that a lot of the equipment now is all digital and fancy, compared to the old machines on the other side of the building. I said, "Well, did you guys have to get additional training for this?" And they said, "Well, you know what happened was, we used to work in this old plant, and we got laid off." We came here to Lorraine Community College and took a 6-month, 12-hour-a-day course that completely retrained us. And that's what got us these new jobs, and we've been working for over a decade now at these new jobs. Now, here's the thing. These guys first of all, they weren't plants. As far as I know, unless the mayor is a lot slicker than I think. But these guys did point out that it was JTPA funds, job training funds, that the federal government and the state and local all work together to make sure that people have access to funds. They also said, though, during that time they were still working 8 hours a day because they had found sort of lower paying jobs just to pay the rent while they were getting retrained. I said, "Okay, so you've been working 8 hours and going to class 12 hours. Yes. I said. Well, when do you sleep? Well, in between class and taking the shift. They did this for 6 months. I tell this story, 1, to emphasize how important the college system is in making our workforce prepared for the 21st century. I make the point because, number 2, it only works if the government is providing some help for people to finance their educations, their retraining. But point number 3 is, even if you've got a great community college, you've got the financing, you've also got to want it. You've also got to want it. Think about these guys, you work 8 hours. You go to class 12 hours, you're working, you're sleeping in between, doing that for 6 months. But because they were hungry and they had confidence about their ability to translate their old skills into new skills. They've had steady jobs ever since that allow them to support their families. Now, that's the partnership between the government, the free market, businesses, individuals. That's what we're trying to forge. And that's why I get so frustrated when we have these ideological debates in Washington where people start saying how oh, Obama is just trying to perpetrate big government. What big government exactly have we been trying to perpetrate here? We're trying to fund those guys who want to go to truck driving school. We want to make sure that they've got some money to get trained for a job in the private sector. When we passed the Recovery Act, these aren't all a bunch of government jobs. These are jobs that private contractors contract with the state or the city or the county to build roads and highways. The same way that we built the interstate highway system and the intercontinental railroad system? I mean, I understand how people have become mistrustful of government. We don't need big government, we need smart government that works and interacts with the private sector to create opportunity for ordinary people. But it can't be this constant ideological argument. People need help. We need to provide them a helping hand. That's what we stand for. All right. I've got time for only, unfortunately, one more question. I've been having a great time. But it is. A man's turn here. All right. Is that you, Joe? Well, this is a ringer. I'm going to talk. Talk to you separately. This is a friend of mine. People will say, ah, he called on a friend of his. I'll talk to you over to the side here. Go ahead, this gentleman right here. Question, thank you for taking my question. Thank you for coming here. I'm a 52-year-old businessman from Akron. Ohio. I want to create 1,200 jobs. I spend $60,000 of my own money to do a due diligence. Travel to China with a German design turbine, and they're producing it now in China. I have rights to North America, primarily the Great Lakes.